Hello everybody and welcome to day 2 of the Guild Ball British Championship. I'm your host Jamie.
And I'm Alex.
And we've just been told that the round won't be starting for another 10 minutes, but if you missed the keynote last night, then we have some pretty exciting announcements to make.
Yep.
So, first off, Icarus and Scourge, their rookies, are available on the store, on store.steamforged.com, so go check them out if they interest you. And Ronan, are you ready to get the trailer ready? So we announced our 2018 community event for Guild Ball, and it will be the Free Cities draft, and we'll tell you a little bit more after this trailer. There you have it, guys. It is the Free Cities draft. There'll be 10 rookies available for the guilds to snap up, and they will fill certain roles in the team. So you may have a goalkeeper rookie. If your guild doesn't have one of them, then you might want to sort of band together with your players and go like, the fishermen really want the goalkeeper, so let's try and get that rookie to join us.
And I'm right in saying that the development work on those models will start after they are selected, and it will basically be like a priority system
just like the faithful and the exiles were. Once they've been allocated to a guild, that's when development starts on it. Like,
so you won't get someone that doesn't fit the theme of a guild going
so
in.
you won't be able to take let's say the attacking midfielder had like Momentous 1, Momentous 2, and then, a bunch of damage. The fisherman then couldn't suddenly have this player in their team. You have a little drinky poo over there. Yeah, everyone heard that.
So the way it'll work very loosely is you'll have the 10 players. When you are playing games, you will choose the one of the 10 players you are going for.
Yep.
And all you will really have when you are making this choice is the rough aesthetic of them, though I imagine they will slightly change to pull them within line of their guild.
Yeah, so there's we're going to have sort of like the artwork, mainly of like the faces, to keep the body sort of pretty neutral. And there will be story for each character as well, so you can get an idea of what their temperament might be like.
And then obviously their role, which will guide some of the development decisions into how they will play, but that be ensured that they will play correctly with the guild they go with.
Yeah.
Other important note is that when you are playing with a minor guild, that will go, those kind of points go towards
their allies,
the major guild.
So like the Ratcatchers, if you played a Ratcatcher guild game and wanted to help someone, you'd be helping the Morticians.
Yeah.
And these are for the majors only; they're not for the minors. So there's no crossover players.
Yeah, and they will be basically on a priority list of, say that everybody, the majority of the people within your guild choose that you want this one.
Yeah,
but another guild beat that total. Yeah. Then it would go to your second choice, third choice. So the most represented guilds. I believe it's not necessarily attached to winning games. It's playing games.
It's always playing games. You just have to play Guild Ball and show the teams that you want to.
So there'll be more information for that coming out as we go forward.
It starts September 24th, and there'll be blog posts going out in the build up to it to explaining fully exactly how it will work.
Cool. And we do have a web page for that somewhere.
Yes,
that basically goes over some of what we've said if you wanted to have a read of that.
Yeah, so if you go to steamforged.com, you can sign up to the mailing list there so that as soon as we publish a blog post about it, I'll be sharing them out via the mailing links so you get it in your inbox straight away.
Or go and subscribe to the Twitter, because all the links for everything we're talking about are found in the top line of the Twitter stuff.
Yep.
Other one. There was another big one.
Yeah, another big one. We revealed the Butcher's Minor Guild is the Cook's Guild, and all the models are now available to see in their pre-production form in the whites upstairs in the Gameforge. So if you've got friends at the event, tell them to go snap some pictures. I think people have already probably put them in the groups because that's what gamers are like.
It's been like 10 seconds since they've got put out on a table, so they must have been up straight away. I know from the keynote yesterday, within 3 seconds of a slide popping up, there was a photo of that slide on Gubs already, because that's just how it works.
That's how it works now. That's the world we live in. I think we're in a good place now with the players to go on to their pitch, and we can have a look at the lineup. So it is a Fisherman matchup versus Fisherman. It's Michael Coomber versus Dan Harwood, and it is Corsair, I believe. When playing Fisherman into Fisherman, it's sort of like the only choice, because if you get Shark into Corsair, that's a rough seas for Shark.
Oh, wow. I mean, for this... I say this early in the morning. For some people, this is not early in the morning. But on a Sunday, I put this down as early in the morning.
It is, and I was awake till 2 a.m. last night playing on PlayStation.
Well, that's on you.
That's entirely on me, but expect only the most cutting commentary from me and forgetting to speak words.
I got home and passed out in a pile of pizza at about 8:30, so...
Thought it was going somewhere else. Pile of pizza.
Just a pile of pizza. The cheeky cider that I hardly touched.
Yeah. All right, so if we have a look at the
lineups, can we go to the fancy alt camera? Rondog Millionaire. Thank you.
Dan Harwood on the left has taken Corsair,
Tentacles, Gutter, Hag, Sakana, and Siren, I think.
It looks like.
I'll put those in and hope that is right.
And for Michael on the right-hand side of the screen, we've got Corsair, Salt, Gutter, Hag, Sakana, and Siren. Original. I can't quite make out, but it looks like original Siren on Dan's side. I can't quite make out if it is or not.
I think it is, because the Seduce is a good way to get around the close control that Corsair has. Assuming he still has that. He still
has everything that makes him a pain. Yeah, and it is original Siren on both sides. By the looks of it.
Original Siren on both sides. Different mascot. Tentacles for Dan.
Yeah, and that's the only difference in the teams. We'll see how it plays out for both of them. Interesting to note that in the prep for this, both players were sat there going, "Should we just play Shark? Should we play Shark? Because then we'll have a really good quick game. Should we play Shark? Should we play Shark?"
And then neither did.
And then they were like, "But I can't, because if I commit Shark and you don't, and it's that prisoner's choice thing, isn't it? Yeah. It's like it's always better just to steal."
Yeah.
Because
players did swap sides.
They did, yes, yeah.
So it was deemed that there was a slightly favourable side in this, the one without the rough ground.
Well, they also confirmed it with the TO. They were like, "Can we get rid of the forest, because this is going to have a huge impact on our games, and we're both happy for it to just be rough ground." And without it being hunters, neither team really...
We've actually seen that a few times. I think every game other than the one... So the one with hunters, they just got rid of the tree. And I believe the game that Michael was on previously, where he was playing against, I believe it was Tom, the Butcher's player. They kept it as a forest.
Yeah.
But we've seen this now being their 5th game. This is the 3rd one where they've removed the tree.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be shocked if that stays gone for the rest of it now, because it's either going to be a Union Fish or a Fish-Fish final. So.
Guys from chat saying Salt is an unusual choice. I believe it's the only mascot in his lineup.
It's the only one in his lineup.
Which does give, I think, Dan the edge. They are completely matched. He now has blind in his...
And another close control player.
Another close control.
With a short-range kick, which is decent against the Seduction. It's just having a shorter range kick, so Siren has to get closer.
Yeah, and it's another 2-inch melee, so you can just smother people in melee zones. It's... make sure you go get drinks. Make sure you go get snacks. I don't expect this to be a particularly quick one.
No. We're going to, what do we reckon, turn-wise? Fight at least 5, get through all the cards?
I'm going to say...
I think they both run out of time before then.
Well, yeah, there is that. I think it's the supporting cast are not the strongest in terms of like damage taken.
Yeah.
Gutter, as good as she is at regaining her health, can be taken down in a single activation. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's
not a matchup I have a huge amount of experience with, because, being entirely honest, when I play, I tend to play more kind of. I'm trying to think of the non-derogatory way of saying it. I play more casual games.
Yeah.
And by that I mean I do not really play in tournaments, so I don't play to practice for tournaments. I'll just get out some models and have a laugh.
Yeah.
So Corsair isn't a player that I tend to play as or against much because he's not necessarily seen as the most fun to play against because of just the kind of drag you in, grind you down nature of him.
I think with Tentacles on Dan's side, I'd err towards Dan having just purely because when that blind comes off, he has a better turn with Corsair than Michael does.
You've kind of got your linchpin, and when you can just drop the tack down.
Drop the tack, drop the move. He's already really slow. There's no way besides Hag to boost that up, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be determined by a missed harpoon or drag, or whatever it's called now. Is it still
drag.
Called? Yeah, drag. A missed drag may end up being kind of the big bit.
Yeah. Well, it's usually that conundrum that we've seen in, I think, other games where you miss a drag, and then you're like, right, is it even worth me dragging you in with a second to influence? So I hit you, trigger your sturdy, then hit you, and knock you down. I don't actually get to do anything with it.
Yeah.
So it's probably not worth second drag. It's probably worth just getting away.
Yeah.
Right, well, we're off. Dan kicked the ball, rolled a 5 to the 5, which he then re-rolled and got a 3 to the 6.
Which leaves it directly in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah. He was really hoping for like a 5 to the 2 to send the ball travelling along
the somewhere
onto the wing and just keeping it close to him.
So a usual kind of spread of influence here where I'm assuming Michael's going to just try and give as much to each player as possible, just kind of pass it along the line, build up the momentum so that he doesn't have to use his higher...
high-cost character plays.
Not the character plays, the higher... Score is entirely the wrong word, but I can't think of the right one. Game plan cards.
Okay.
So you can take first, that's the word I'm looking for. You know, if he builds up a high momentum score, then he knows he doesn't have to use them. So 1 on Salt, 2 on Siren, 5 on Corsair, 1 on Gutter, 1 on Hag, 3 on Sakana. And then I believe that's 2 on Gutter, 3 on Siren, 2 on Hag, 6 on Corsair for Dan. It's always easy to go through the momentum allocation in turn 1 and then next to impossible to keep your eye on what's going on the following turns.
Yeah. So is that assault retrieval there?
I believe so, yeah. Assault just...
So... Classic fisherman, or classic turn 1, just pass the ball down the line, let's get some momentum.
Nails that to Hack from Gutter.
Guys in chat enjoying Dan's organisation with the cards and the tokens.
Yeah.
It's nice to see. I am a huge fan of the cleanest of play.
Yeah. I know when I used to play at tournaments, I had basically a different little token tray per guild, and then each player had their own slot in the tray, so I never even got them out onto the table. They just came out of the box as and when they needed, then went back into the box.
And chat also quite wisely pointing out both players using the exact same influence tokens won't become at all confusing for us later on.
Or them.
Or them. Is this on me or is this on you? It's that moment like turn 5, you've got 5 minutes left on your clock where you just start throwing your influence at a player.
Yeah.
And it rolls.
I would be one of them flipping them upside down. Because I'm right in saying they've got white backs.
Not these.
Or are these the ones that are the same on the reverse, but one's shiny.
One's shiny, one's
just like
the acrylic.
The acrylic.
Yeah. I think this will be very similar to the Union game where we have lots of jostling for position. Oh, looking for a goal with Sakana. Smoke Cloud sprint shoot.
Yep.
I think in this instance, getting the goal at the end of turn 1 just sets you up so nicely. You get the extra influence going into all the fights.
Yep.
And
you know where the ball's going to be at the top of the next turn, assuming you can go into it. Momentum up. With Corsair on the pitch, you can't really guarantee that because he's gonna hook someone in, especially with Hag to be able to, increase his threat.
Shadow Light. Yeah. Taxi. Free Talisman. Yeah. 3 Talisman. Outside 12 course out. I'm just trying to get ready to take off from this. So I'm just going to pay 1, the Talisman, Vision's Real Siren to there. Just be there, and then Vision's Real Gutter. Can I even get them? It's her done, obviously.
4 VPs out of it.
For those at home, Sakana does have 3 influence on him. It is hidden behind the dice tray. We can see that. We don't have the dice tray.
You can see it on the camera there as Michael moves his hand. Oh, the dice tray on the overlay. The dice tray is covering it.
Yeah, he's got enough to charge if he wants to. He could smoke bomb sprint.
I'd go for the smoke bomb sprint.
Yeah, he's got options.
Just to make sure that I can stay out of that Sakana melee.
Yeah.
Oh, that is 10 there. So that is including a smoke cloud. Unless he goes for the 8-inch charge. And
he doesn't have the...
Doesn't seem...
So, Dan is just saying, like...
When you measured it, you were in, and that was your intent. So if you've slightly mismeasured your 4 and your placement, I don't want to be that guy. So if you slightly mismeasured this, you were in when we measured it last time.
You stated your intent. But then Michael also being like, well, I don't think I've not...
something is wrong here. So they are trying to out-English each other here. In trying to see who's going to be more polite.
It's one of those things that I think the stream brings on players where neither one wants to be the one who's like Dan won't want to be the one saying you're not in on stream. Michael will be like, well, I don't want to cheat on stream. I made a mistake. I've got to live by it. And that's like, no, but you can have it because that was your intent, and I want the ball.
We measured this last time, and you were good.
Yeah. both players. That's I'm happy with you to go and take the shot on goal.
Next level psychology. Yeah. This is all on your clock, buddy.
Yeah. Michael's also like, well, I'm also just as happy to run back and pass the ball to Corsair because maybe scoring a goal's not the right thing right now. I'm undecided.
Okay, so he does run
I am going to take it, though. Thank you.
There we go.
Let me move Sakana back a little bit. Let's I know what you're saying, because take it. Are you sure? Yeah.
Both players.
Okay, so he's having the shot. They've both agreed that he can get there without taking a parting blow.
Yeah.
It's the first attempt on goal. So all this needs is the most delicious of deliciousness of this missing.
I don't know what that...
a bit like that.
Yeah. Oh. So Dad just said that what a miserable way to start the day if we have an argument about placement. Yeah. You missed the goal, which is great. So that's also miserable for you, but
this is everything that's happened is very good for me, and I have nothing on my conscience.
Yeah.
Because, well,
so
am I right in saying in every game that we've had,
it feels like
where there's been an attempt on goal, the first attempt on goal is missed every time?
Yep.
Apart from the Hunters one.
Best outcome for Dan. Misses goal, gets player in his half to kill, gets ball.
And polite. And very polite about it.
And offered it all as well.
Very,
wow. Okay, well, I think
it's pretty firmly in Dan's. It's Dan's to lose now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the ball, he's got a player, he's got the blind.
He's got 6 influence on Corsair.
Yeah.
But the ball, I'm assuming, went on the scatter, hit the obstruction, so Sakana's taken it back. I'm assuming what happened there was the ball path would have caused it to hit the... I'm assuming that's a barrier.
I think.
But I'm not sure. So, hits the barrier. Because I believe the scatter took it way over there, so the ball path meant that it clipped.
Ball path hits that, snaps.
So that
was a
seduction
seduce
onto Sakana to get the ball to Siren. Then I'm assuming he's just going to drop it.
Yeah, just on the snaps, surely. No, it's going to keep the ball on her. Nice and safe in the backfield. It's like, if you want to score, come into my half. If you want to fight, come into my half.
And do you reckon Corsair now just wanders backwards and starts...
And beats up Sakana, yeah. Michael Cooper saying, I think even if I stole you out, I think you have the ball, so it, with the thinking that players thinking this far ahead, with the clocks as they are, with you with the ball, I can't stall you out. I have to be the proactive player now.
Yeah.
If I'd have scored that goal, different game. You then have the ball, but I can sit back this turn.
Well, I don't necessarily know what the right or wrong decision is. I know that Michael was saying that his other option was, rather than going for the goal, wander backwards and just keep the ball away from your Corsair.
Yeah.
But he had to do something.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because Corsair was in rough seas range. Me being me, I would always go for the goal.
Yeah.
Whether that was the right or wrong thing to do, I'm not sure.
So that was a
lure, I believe.
Lure, he was in cover, so he gets the extra movement.
So Sakana moved in. Oh, it's happening again. Are we going to see a Sakana trade?
Yeah.
Mistrade Mark 2.
And Siren a good model to go up and be threatening like that, because the drag needs to be 1 inch away.
Yeah.
He needs to be able to punch her to drag her in.
I think the most important point of that activation, aside the fact that the goal didn't end up going in, is that activation has left Dan 5 minutes up, maybe 6 minutes. I can't work out if that's 35 or 36 on the clock. Like 5 minutes up on the clock very early.
Yeah.
And none of the activations we see coming out of Dan here are going to be particularly time-consuming ones. Like, they may be time-consuming in the rolling of the dice, and probably not so much the result selection. So sprinting round, buying an attack.
Yeah, he's either going to be a crowd out or just trying to trigger the poise so that when Corsair goes in, he can just choose the damage results.
Take some Momentous 1.
Momentous 1 damage, poised is used. 4's a 0. Hits them all, so has the option for a double dodge.
And will jump away.
Directly away, still within cover.
Staying in cover. So it's kind of taking 1 damage there and then getting out of dodge. Yeah. Obviously loses out on the crowd out, but
yeah,
that was that all the influence? I want to say Gutta had 2, so that was the sprint and the attack. There were no more attacks coming in, but he's lost the crowd out for it. Yeah. So Granted, the rolling of 4 successes wasn't a big deal because he could only get within the 2 anyway, so 1 would still get Sakana free.
Turn 1 definitely goes to Dan here. He has Corsair at the end to activate.
Yeah.
4s and 1.
Poised was declared.
He is knocked down though.
No
knockdown. It's on 2, isn't it?
Doesn't get the knockdown, so the counter attack will come in.
Oh.
So that's him free. So he's going to have to harpoon him back in. So he's still going to take some more hits here. Just takes the single dodge. So forces the harpoon.
Yep. Spend 2 to drag back in if you want any momentum, pal.
I'll give it the right name. Does nail it, so does hook him back in.
Hooks him directly back to where he was.
Which again, not sure how big of a deal that is. In terms of the momentum race, keeping it closer would have been ideal.
Yeah,
but I still think with the additional influence.
There's a knockdown.
Now 3-1.
Now 3s and 1. 4 hit. 2 damage with a push. And that was Michael on 2 momentum after all of this.
Yep. So it was the knockdown and the momentous damage result, and he had spent all of it from the passing in the initial.
Yep.
But the initial 4-inch dodge from Sakana, which used 1 of them, and then the shot, which was not bonus timed.
No. Corsair charging Siren. 6 base. +4 for the charge. +1 for the crowd out. No, he's knocked down, sorry. 4 results. You take the knockdown.
Yep.
Oh! 2 damage on a 1-inch push.
Obviously, the 2 damage is important, but every time he gets 3 and he can get make that momentum.
Yeah. 8 left on Siren.
Yep.
3 non-momentous. He's going for...
Yeah, I think that's a good call. You make up the momentum for not taking that result when you get the takeout.
Yeah. Just 1 damage that time, 4 health left. Oh, he's wrapped. Momentous 3 and the 1 damage. That's 2 VPs for Dan Fisherman. Spends 2 to stand
2 momentum to stand Sakana up.
Now, we don't have the cards for this game. It's not been presented to us by the TOs, so we are blind this time. 7 each.
So are they on even momentum after that spend of 2? Did that leave? Because Dan was taking non-momentous results for the takeout. They were on... Dan was on 4 and spent 2 to stand Sakana up, I believe.
I think
so they're both on 2.
Huh. So players there just with those dice that they were moving around.
That's going to be their tracking the VPs.
That's their tracker. Michael saying, "I'm blue," and that's like, "Well, fine. I'll be red. I'll be bad fisherman."
The bad fish. My fish are painted red. They're bad fish. They've got the bad touch. Right, so Dan is at +2.
Yeah. So that's
so
it was +1 attack for Dan and 3 run the length for Michael.
Right.
So we get attack 6 Sakana. Dan's boat is not momentum for those at home. It is influence that he has spent. It's not literally a boat full of momentum. It is.
That'd be very good though.
It would be.
How much momentum have you got? A boatload.
A boatload. Yeah, Dan doesn't store his momentum in the boat.
Is it where he stores his opponent's tears when he coerces them into a terrible play?
Well, I don't think it was a terrible play. It's like when he coerces them and then they roll poorly, yeah, that's where he stores it.
That's where he stores it.
Yeah, you want. I think at this point in the game, you now always put one onto tentacles.
For blind.
For blind.
You blind Corsair.
Yeah.
And it means that you're not really forced into ever having to get rid of him.
No.
You're just like, I'm just going to make him worse.
Yeah. So if someone
and now he's not rapping, he's not as scary.
No. If someone can go first, get that point of momentum, it forces. So you can choose for the activation that when Corsair goes. If you go first, get a point of momentum. It kind of forces Corsair to go immediately because otherwise you get a bonus time blind, which on a 3+ model you're probably going to hit.
Yeah.
Sakana gets a wrap.
3-0 with a wrap into Corsair, of course.
Oh. 2 damage on weak point, which goes down to 1.
Did Siren come back on? Is that her right at the top by the cards?
Yes. Yeah. Cool. And disengage there from Sakana. So Dan Sakana charging Michael Sakana after the disengage.
He's now just going to turn around and run away.
Oh, yeah.
I got what I came for, and I've got the ball, because you gave me it.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to run away, and now you got to come and chase me. Yeah. And your Siren is on the other side of the pitch.
As I say, like, having the ball on Siren so far in, rough seas isn't an issue. Drag's not an issue. If you want the ball, someone has to come into my half to get it. And I'll fight you with blind until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, a wrap with 2 on the charge. Oh my goodness.
Takes a momentous weak point.
So he takes a momentous weak point. Is that on the wrap?
No.
Yeah, so it takes a momentous weak point on the wrap.
That's the wrap he's taking.
And a no momentous double push, double dodge.
The best result. Of course that's what he's taking. It's glorious. Look how far all those models move.
And then the counter.
I'm intrigued that he didn't choose to go into base-to-base with that.
Yeah. So, brought him within an inch. He knows that the 2-inch dodge is on 4. He has to hit with all 4. It's the right.
He has to roll like Dan to get that.
Yeah. Spends on to heal him, and he's done.
Yep.
Looking for that goal again with Sakana here.
Takes a parting blow from Gutter. Seems risky with how well Dan's rolling at the moment. Oh, this is a parting blow from Sakana.
Parting blow from Sakana and avoiding Gutter. Yeah.
Both players been really, really, really good at helping each other out with measurements, though.
Yeah, I think both players want the cleanest game possible.
Probably the quickest. It's quite tense.
Yeah. These frozen forge widgets, the 1, 2, 3-inch steppers are brilliant. I love them. I love them.
The only thing I don't like about them is once you get the train going, they're great. But when you start the train, not putting too much pressure and nudging the whole train back.
Yeah, no, I agree
because
with
it's
that.
always a weird angle nudge. Like usually if you nudge a model with a widget, it just moves a little bit in a direction, whereas this is like some weird physics going on where they just end up having a weird angled nudge. So in cover at the point of taking the parting blow. Takes the 2 damage, which leaves Michael's Sakana on 12.
And we can see there from the train tracks that there is no parting blow from Gutter for guys in chat. So first attack goes in, he dodges in.
Yeah.
Needs 5s, only gets 1, and then the counter attack. Sirens.
3 dice because of no.
She gets the double dodge. Siren
is cruel.
Siren is a fantastic counter attacker, especially against a model that has been weak pointed.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the influence just spent there on a
And again, so apologetic. So Dan apologising for getting it, because he is rolling very well at the moment. But Dan apologises for getting it. And then Michael apologises that Dan's apologising.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you don't need to apologise.
No, you go. No, you go. And it all boils down to, like, that's the plan. Like, you can apologise for getting a slightly fortuitous dice roll.
Yeah.
But Siren has the ball there for a reason.
Yep. Oh, we're going for the blind. And he missed it. Oh. 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 I mean, if the blind came off there, I think this turn really wraps up into Dan's.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, looks like Corsair on Corsair. Get ready to punch each other. Punch, trigger sturdy.
Take
punch,
damage,
trigger sturdy.
Take 1 damage.
Take 1 damage from Mentis. Take 1 damage from Mentis. All right, now I'll stand up. I'll punch you. I've triggered your sturdy on the counter attack.
So,
although there is no momentum.
So sturdy goes.
Sturdy's popped. No, there is a counter attack. Yeah.
Probably going to just use that to pop the sturdy.
Yeah.
Get that out of the way on the counter attack.
Yeah, so both of them pop sturdy.
And just for those not aware, the reason that was 4 successes was because the armor's gone, because Sakana did weak point Corsair before spinning off to go and get Sakana. Oh god, it's happening.
Corsair got knocked down.
Will he get up again? You're never going to keep him down. So I'm guessing this is going to be the 3 down to 2. Yeah. 3 down to 2 with the push.
Yeah. Three down to 2. Oh no, missed that. 2 down to
2
1.
with the push down to 1, rather than going for the non-momentous.
Yep. Three with a push, down to 2. Corsair being escorted down towards Gutter.
You're coming with me.
Did Gutter get any influence? Looks like she got 2.
Yeah, that's 2. So I believe Corsair, Dan's Corsair on 12, I believe.
Players here just working out what the momentum scores are. Correct. They're just we're running through the plays. Dan. I mean, yeah, they agree.
Just
that
confirming what the momentum was. Correct momentum amount is, and it's essentially how much influence did Corsair have?
Minus
he got
1.
that much momentum, take 1 off because you don't get momentum for sturdy.
Yeah, and I started with 1, so I should have 6. Nothing's been bonus timed, nothing's been healed, so I should have 6, right? Oh, here we go, Fisher's Reel, and then a legendary to
pull him.
Really reallocate everybody's position.
Really?
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 The Worms impressions have started. Brilliant!
You'll regret that.
Worms is the best.
I love it. Kamikaze!
I was going to do the Holy Hand Grenade Hallelujah thing.
Hallelujah.
I don't have the voice for that this time in the morning. After a whole day of talking yesterday.
Yeah.
And I just can't sing, so yeah, Fisher's Reel and...
Fisher's Reel, bring Corsair,
legendary.
Bring Michael's Corsair up into 2 juicy
lovely
melee zones.
Melee zones.
And
Some might call that the danger zone.
1, 2, 3, 4. 3 models move, so Hag takes 3 damage.
Yeah. And that is that Hag up there. And then Hag having a hit on Corsair.
Weak point here is value.
Money. Yeah. Rat money.
Yeah. So measuring here for Gutter to come and walk up, stay out of an inch, but within 2. Oh no, going within the inch.
Within the inch.
And that, I think it's the right call.
Just checking that he's in range to walk.
Wants to be outside of 2 of his own Corsair because he's looking for that scything blow. He is still knocked down, so 2's a nothing. And he misses it. We have got Bryce there as well. He's like, yeah, scything blow's on 5, not 4, by the way.
Deals 1 damage.
Yep.
So it takes the momentous 2, but obviously only dealing 1 against the tough.
And there we have a scything blow, so it takes 2 damage. And third one, scything blow. 7 left on Corsair. So Michael on 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 momentum, and all influence spent on the table. Unfortunately, we can't see Dan's handy widget for tracking his momentum. He has a board with like push numbers that stand up.
It's like a children's toy.
Yeah, it looks exactly like a children's toy.
Probably is a children's toy because he's a teacher.
Ah.
I think. Might be making that up.
Yeah.
But I said it, so it must be true. That's how that works. I'm also the president of the world.
Right.
So this is where the momentum takes a horrible swing because you're going to see wraps out of Dan's Corsair.
And Dan's Gutter. And he has countered-attacked, but he's going to get knocked down. Countered-attacked, yeah. That's
9 successes.
You're not going to scything blow.
But you might.
So it's a knockdown on the wrap.
And the sturdy was obviously gone from the counter-attack earlier.
And chain grab, momentous. To bring in Gutter. Very nice, so 2 momentum there.
Salt wandering up.
Ooh, get that engagement from Salt. I think Salt should just walk really to behind Gutter and just block off that nice, easy path through.
I'd be tempted to just get him up pitch as quick as I can and start to help out Sakana putting the pressure on Siren at the back of the pitch.
100%.
But I'd loop the other way.
Oh, no, I'd go up and stand in such a way that you can't get a 40 mil base between Gutter and Salt.
Right, yep.
So that Corsair has to just take an ineffective activation and just beat on Gutter.
Him out of the way. He may also be going for Gutter here.
Oh, yeah. Taking out Corsair is work. That is so much hard work.
So I believe this is a Hag legendary. So I just saw some damage marked on Hag, so I believe it was for 3.
So Corsair moves in to base. Gutter comes in.
He's going to try and pinch him in between the 2 bases.
So Gutter's a base to base, so they can't escape.
Yeah.
But can. It's a good legendary.
And then Fisher's Real Corsair, I believe this is.
So.
And Fisher's Real's Corsair.
That was a very strange widget use there.
Yeah.
Where you put a widget down to measure it, put your model, and pull the widget away. So just put him on top.
Yeah.
That's what a widget's for. You've measured it.
Or just not use the widget because you've got the
2-inch widget
in your hand.
Yeah.
That was a decent Hag activation.
Good legendary from Hag. Saves Corsair from 3 crowd outs, or maybe 2 crowd outs.
And crowds out.
And crowds out the reverse Corsair.
I think now just trying to work out what momentum he's going to spend to heal, if any.
Yeah.
So there's one momentum gone. I want to say there's one momentum gone because he was on 9. I'm not sure where what that one was used for.
I think it was a counter attack against Gutter's charge.
Right. Okay.
But then she obviously.
So it wasn't for a heal.
It forces the knockdown, and that means that he's not taking the damage results. And is the knockdown momentous for Gutter?
No.
No. So it's another non-momentous result you've got to pick from your potential 2 wraps.
Sacrifices movement to stand up.
And starts attacking Corsair. 4 dice, 3s in nothing, looking for 2 3s. And he is knocked down.
Again.
And he just keeps on now. He's just generating momentum here. 4 hits. Takes Momentous 2 down to 1 and then goes to mark damage on his own card.
So Corsair did have some damage on him already, but I didn't have that marked. It looks like he's on.
It was 1 damage from Gutter when she charged in.
Right.
And 1 more damage from Sakana earlier on in the turn when he weak pointed him.
So I believe he's on 15.
Momentous 3 with a 1-inch push there. Come on into the back into the melee zones.
Welcome to the murder pit.
Yeah. And rolls terribly there. Takes Momentous 2. 12 left on Corsair.
I did get it right.
7 dice. Twos and 0. Looking for a wrap here.
Toying with the bonus time, but feels like
with bonus time.
Close.
Good call not to. Takes Momentous 2 down to 1. Troubling times here, because Corsair against Corsair can reliably do 10 damage.
Yeah, so he's now stuck where it's like, do I need to heal and make you rely on a spike?
Yeah. And it's just a question that Dan's considering is looking at his game plan decks. Takes a Momentous 2, so he mustn't have or mustn't feel confident he's going to win turn.
Well, this is the best bluff ever, and he's got a 7. He's got both 7s.
He's got both 7s. But if he deals that 3, he puts Corsair in takeout range from Corsair's zone activate from his Corsair's activation.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it looks to be 6-6 on momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, sorry, Dan's on. Dan's on +2. Needs to work out if he wants to heal or save it to try and push the turn 1.
Or is it the best bluff ever? Then he can do both comfortably.
And he does play 1 to heal him for 4. So that's Dan's Corsair on 11 health.
So both Corsairs on 11 health, I believe.
Yeah. So neither one in takeout zone without wraps.
Yeah.
Turn's not over though. I believe Ronan just left the studio to go and try and get their
the cards
for us, because it would be nice to know.
Yeah.
Bit of silence here, just whilst the teams other players are.
Siren runs away, gets into cover.
And then Siren runs over towards Siren to try and seduce Siren.
Yep.
Range
base to base.
1.
Yep.
Where she can just tackle the ball. Because she needs 3 5s anyway. 3 4s. I got there with you.
Yeah.
That's your sturdy. There might be weak points out there. That's your weak point because I borrowed your other one. Nothing else. That's that buff squad.
Players just cleaning the pitch up here. Clock's paused, back onto 31-31. That 5 minutes lead has been eroded for that last Corsair activation. Gotta have a think how different this game would be if that shot from Sakana went in turn 1.
Either of them.
Yeah.
If he'd managed to strip the ball and get it in.
Yeah.
I don't know if it changes a huge amount.
Dan there plays CC initiative and is going first. Corsair's going to 4-inch dodge. Now, the players are in a triangle around Corsair. He can't get out of there.
Be able to get out. I mean, that's how circles work.
It is.
Unless Salt is behind.
Now, if we go onto
Gutter.
the alt camera, then you can see there Salt, and when Michael moves his hand, Gutter and Salt are not on a 180-degree axis, so Corsair is locked.
Yeah, because of how circles work. And obviously Hag preventing out the back.
Yeah. They're calling a TO over just to confirm it. I would say he's locked in there. From the other game systems I play, that mechanic of trapping a model is quite important.
Yeah.
And that looks trapped. Just waiting for Bryce's response. From our angle, at least, that looks like he's stuck in there. Must be different from their angle. Well, from our angle, clear as day.
Because the only way that wouldn't be is if Gutter and Salt were both slap bang on the middle of the base and directly opposite each other. If they are even slightly off being directly opposite each other at that point on a base, there's no way you can get out.
If Salt's at like 181, then it just cannot happen. It just
can't move.
Yep. So the 4-inch dodge can't be used on Corsair.
I think you use tentacles.
Yeah. Bring tentacles up to punch somebody, get a point of momentum, and then blind.
Tentacles or Sakana is the other choice.
I think tentacles, because then you get a really good activation where you punch somebody, get a point of momentum, and then you blind with a bonus time.
Yeah.
With all the crowd outs on Corsair there, I think that's a pretty decent activation.
Well, I wasn't sure if what happens is you move Sakana in to crowd out Gutter, maybe, but it's probably too dicey to get it gone. And I think Sakana's, depending on what Dad moves, I think moving Siren might be the play for Kumba.
I really like putting tentacles at 2 inches. Actually, why bother? Because you can walk. So yeah, you're fine. You don't need to do that. But he does.
So I'm thinking if you were to move Siren up, then you get to an angle where you can charge other Siren.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Siren, I think you are 100% right with the with Dan moving his Siren on the left-hand side, because there is both Siren and Sakana barreling down on her.
And I think if I'm Kumba here, I move Siren. I move Siren 4 inches so that I've got a charge angle with that piece of terrain in the way to go past to be able to strip the ball and pass it on to Sakana.
Yeah.
Or just take the shot.
Or just take the shot. If you're passing, you might as well.
If you get 9-inch move, I'm assuming with that 4-inch, that gets you in range for a shot, possibly even with tapping.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's speed 9 on charge.
That's probably what I'd be fishing for. Because then you keep Sakana. Sakana hasn't gone yet. That's why I'd go with Siren to do that.
But I don't think players are fussed about that. They're fussed about keeping their Corsairs healthy and alive. Because I think it's right. Once you take Corsair out, he struggles to get meaningfully back in the game, unless you've got the plot card that gives him +2/+2 move when he returns.
Yeah.
But I do think 2 influence on tentacles, moving to the extremity of 2 of somebody, roll your dice with the crowd out, push away momentously on 2, and then you blind momentously onto Corsair, and Michael has a sad day at the factory.
Because at that point his crowd outs are cancelling out blind rather than getting him the wraps that you're looking for.
he also struggles to walk into engagement with the right person.
Not sure exactly how impactful blind is at this point with those 3 crowd outs, if I'm honest. They kind of cancel it because they're all so close.
But you stop the wrap.
But the wrap on a Corsair against Corsair isn't really a big deal unless it's a big one.
It is when you start taking the...
Once you can get up to these 2s to be 1 extra damage.
You can hit your 3 momentous and your 2. So you can start doing 3 each turn, and then you can suddenly do 15 damage. Yeah, which takes Corsair down from his...
So the blind is just to try and take that off the table.
Yeah.
And if you wrap, you're going to get an extra 1, which I don't care about.
Yeah.
Is in an extra 1 that is tough hided off.
Yes, yeah. Like, you've still got your armor points. Sakana's not around to strip that off.
So with Corsair moving over there, now the blind looks very good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Moving over there and knocked down for a 2. I mean, I attempted not even to bonus time that one.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
I think you have to. Mainly for the movement. Forces Hag has to go first, which shows the hand. Both Hag legendaries are down, I believe. They've both been used.
Looking at 2 on Siren.
3 on Gutter, 2 on Sakana, 6 on Corsair.
No blind. I think I'd pull one of those ones off Siren, put it onto Tentacles.
I think I pull 1 off Siren and 1 off Sakana.
I mean,
Sakana's just there to get weak point out.
Weak point and crowds.
Pretty reliable.
Yeah. And it's momentous.
Not really sure why Siren's got 2. Probably to run and get up the other end of the pitch.
Yeah. Tokens here getting stacked up because they're all fish tokens, and now it starts to get confusing of who's on who.
Yep. So that looks like 6.
6 on Hag.
4. 1.
Oh, so we got Corsair activation, attacks Gutter, 1 damage. No counter coming in. 1 damage. He's looking for he's fishing for this knockdown or a push.
What's the push?
Push. Get out of there. He's looking for that small spike, 1 damage. On average, he's not getting it. Another buys another one. Oh, he's throwing it all away. Michael's done well to weather the storm a bit here.
Yeah, I think that turn was a good one for Michael.
Yeah. Well, this turn looks like it could be a fantastic turn.
His Hag legendary is very good. I'm not sure how fantastic it's. I mean, he may get just change tack and go for the goal with Corsair.
So at the very last attack,
finally knocks her down.
So 5 damage, non-momentous, 1 knockdown right at the end, and then pays 1 to heal his 4.
So I think Michael actually, what he's done.
Michael has this turn
with his movement away with Corsair there. Essentially, all he's done is go. You've got the initiative. I know you're going to heal, and now I can't kill your Corsair, so I'm just going to switch to going getting goals instead.
Yeah. So, great option as well to clear conditions, charge in with Corsair. He's got close control.
I personally would have put more influence on either Siren or Sakana and got the first goal with those, just so that the threat of the Corsair activation is looming.
Yeah.
And with his board presence in the centre and the fact that Dan is very central as well. I mean, it's likely he just kicks the ball over to where Sakana's standing, so it's kind of nowhere near. But it means if you now do that, your weak points further away because you can't afford to come in with the ball.
From the break Stan's had and the strong play he had at the first turn, that activation might have just thrown it for him.
Throw in for skins.
Magic Christmas time. Gets 4 hits on the charge and takes the tackle.
Obviously, no point in counter-attacking because close control. Gets nothing on the next one with all 2s and 1s.
Yep. 1 damage. Takes the knockdown. And a second
Obviously
point of
only
momentum.
on 5 dice because she is in cover.
Yep. Definitely within 6. Thinking about the legendary.
I think I'd go for the legendary for nothing else than the bubble of close control.
Yeah.
Because that means when he kicks that ball out, if it happens to land on Gutter, if he's aiming for Sakana and it takes it, and now Gutter has close control. Because Sakana only has the 2
friendly
influence.
guild, but yeah.
It is friendly guild.
Friendly guild. But yes, no, I agree that it's an aura, isn't it? Yeah, so if he...
But I don't believe he did go for it. So, he dodged back.
Yeah. Well, he's got the free run the length this turn. Oh, no, that was last turn. Didn't see what card got played
So I'm not sure if he bonus timed or legendary. He rolled 4 dice, so he got an extra one from somewhere. Yeah. He had the momentum.
There was a goal. Well, it is 4-2 to Michael.
So I believe it was a bonus time and not a legendary.
Yeah, keep the legendary for that third goal or the winner.
The downtown Sakana shot.
Or the 3-6
so it looks
shot.
from that angle Sakana does actually have 2. I thought it was just 1, but it looks like
Sakana has 2, yeah. So, I mean,
I always prefer it when people put their influence down as Dan has. Yeah. They're nice and easy to count. So goal kick out, going out to there. Obviously, with it being a goal kick, doesn't hit the barrier.
No, Michael just asking, does it hit the barrier? Dan's like, no, it's a goal kick. Michael's like, oh, sorry, it's too tense. Step of time for Sakana. Can he claw something back from this?
I wonder if either of the players thinking, I should have just taken Shark.
Yeah. Wish I had Shark. I think Shark into this matchup. Shark into Corsair. Corsair can play football and he can kill you. Whereas Shark is locked into football.
Yeah.
So that's his walk.
Do you reckon, like, past tentacles? Move away? Hide it?
I have no idea.
I tried hiding it at my end, that didn't work. I'm going to go and try and hide it down your end with the model with close control.
So 3-0 onto Gutter.
Weak point, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Mentus 1 on weak point.
On Gutter.
Pass the ball to Gutter. 3 dice pass.
Easy.
Which is successful. And now just measuring the Sakana threat and getting away.
Both on 27 minutes.
Yeah, it's a super tight game. Both doing really well.
Almost like it's a mirror match.
Yeah. I think we're just marking out a engagement from Gutter here. Can she get into the most annoying place?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Hag. Hag's getting in an annoying place. Hag has a tackle on 1. 3. Not 1. Definitely not 1.
Not 1. It's an odd number, I'll give you that.
Yeah. It's confusing. Interesting. Do you reckon Gutter's within 12 of the goal there?
Yes.
Okay.
Because from a straight line from the goal to the centre line is 12, so...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, 10. 4 and 6, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, easy. So that was Hag moving Gutter with a Fisher's Reel.
Yep.
And you saw an interesting measuring of from Siren there, from Michael.
Yeah.
But you didn't give her any influence, bud. Don't matter.
Is she within 9 to go and engage?
Oh, 7, yeah.
7 plus
yeah,
melee.
Yeah. I forget how quick Siren is.
She's ridiculously fast. Oh, there's Steve, Savage Steve on the screen.
Wandering.
And he's gone.
Lasted longer on the camera there than he did when he was playing.
Savage. Salt activating, just getting up in back into
the... Being a nuisance.
He sure is.
The mascot pick hasn't been as big a deal as we kind of thought it was going to be.
No,
really hasn't utilised that blind. He's tried it once, it missed, and then hasn't given him any influence outside of it.
Lost confidence on it.
So it seems to be in... Well, either that or just his reasoning for having him in there is the extra 2-inch melee.
And the close control.
Not too bothered about the blind.
I think the blind...
In this matchup, the blind is pivotal.
So good. So it's because if he had have put the 2 onto Tentacles, takes the momentous push, bonus times the 2 plus blind. Corsair can't reach that point. Corsair can't shoot from there without the legendary.
Yep.
You know, the tack, he's rolling what, -3 dice on the charge. Maybe doesn't get, well, probably gets the tackle because it's on 1. But then his other attacks he doesn't knock down. He remains engaged. He's rolling 1 dice, 2 with a legendary. It makes
it so that your momentum generation isn't anything towards what you want.
No.
Or you don't take momentum generation and you do less damage than you want.
And I think it was poor. Like Dan's played really well, but I think his first activation with Corsair, where he's rolling 4 dice trying to look for 3 plus armor to get a momentous knockdown, was poor decision making. You shouldn't be looking for a spike on dice.
So those wondering what these dice rolls are, the first one was a parting blow from Hag on Tentacles.
Yep.
And then I believe this is a counter attack from Gutter onto Gutter?
No, not Gutter onto Gutter. This Gutter attacking Corsair. Corsair did 2 damage on the way back. 2 down to 1. So that Corsair on 14 health. Corsair for Dan on 14 health.
I believe that's both Corsairs on 14 health.
Yeah. So Siren there just buying attacks to try and get away from...
Get out, get some momentum.
Yeah.
I believe she'd only taken one damage.
Players there, so Michael saying, "Oh, I was only an inch away." It definitely wasn't. Definitely was 2 inches away. Players having a disagreement now. Corsair definitely was within 1, says Michael. Dan taking it. Dan taking his word for it. I don't think he was within 1 at all. I think that's how the board was placed. She was in.
Actually, now I think about it, she was definitely more central to that piece of terrain.
Yeah.
So maybe it was within an inch.
Or on the counter attack, we might have missed a push directly towards.
Yeah.
Interesting. So Siren activating for Michael. A little bit of tension setting in on the board now. Now it's getting to crunch point.
Yep.
Dan still remaining super friendly, and they're just accepting the intentions.
Yeah. Super impressed by both players. Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
I can't think what the word I'm looking for. Like attitude towards it. Like both very much pointed out at the start. Like it's going to be tense.
Yeah,
it's like a semi-final of a British Championship.
Let's not start this.
Let's keep it friendly. Yeah, makes sense. Move around there, get the ball around there, and get control of the board. There,
rather than scoring and releasing the ball.
Siren's been committed at the top. Like, you can't get this out of here. You've got to come to me to get the ball, and when you come to me, I'm going to kill you. You're not going to get the ball, and then I'm going to score.
5 dice plus 4 friends, -1 for Hag. Looking for 4s and 0 against Gutter. And no counter attack declared. Takes Momentous 2 damage.
Which I believe leaves Gutter on 9.
Different Gutter.
I think both Gutters are on 9. This one, I think this one is Michael's. This one is...
Reverse that. We're just talking about what our tracks are because Dan has tentacles.
Yes, yeah. 2 mirror matches in a row.
Yeah, great for tracking.
Really easy tracking. And that would have healed that one by 1. Probably.
What do you reckon Michael's
or whatever it's called?
Measuring out here?
Sorry?
Michael's measured out 6 inches from... Oh, it's probably a rough seas. Next turn, rough seas.
Six-inch range.
Rough seas, 6-inch range. Gets the ball back. This is Sakana charging in on Siren with all the crowd outs.
– 23 minutes each.
Yeah. Spot on. What cards? If only we could know what cards they had.
Judging on those cards there, Michael's Gutter's only on 3 health.
Yep.
That's full.
So Dan on +1 momentum. Reveal. Dan's still going first. He gets -1 influence. And +1 kick for all, +1 dice to all kicks made by Michael. Dan needs to start thinking about this goal because the longer the ball hangs around, the easier it is for Corsair to get back there and rough seas it back to him.
Yeah. I think this is a pretty easy 6-point activation out of Gutter here.
Oh yeah.
Gutter kills Gutter and then scores.
And
you just, if with the other,
puts you to wait, and it's like, right, if you want to score, you score and give me the ball back.
I think with the other influence you have, you maybe to get rid of Salt or start on Hag, depending on how much you have left. With the fear being in play, I don't think it's likely.
No.
But also, it's likely to take 2 attacks to get rid of Gutter. Depends on, I mean, the amount of crowd outs.
Yeah, and there's where does Gutter tackle? It's 3, isn't it?
Yes.
Quite high.
She's probably going to die after the first
with all the
hit,
crowd outs, there's no...
4s are nothing.
I think Dan forgot the...
Anatomical.
Takes the... Oh no, that was Corsair activating.
Okay, Corsair.
So that was no momentous 3 to take out, so it's 4-4. And now starting on Hag as well. Looking for 4s and 0 on Hag. Takes the momentous knockdown. Mentos 2 in a 1-inch push.
Which I believe leaves Hag on 9. Was that 9 that you just said?
I missed that. Yeah, 9 health left on Hag. Advancing up to engage. Really, you want to be trying to block line of sight to Gutter.
Yeah.
Legendary for close control. Not that it helps against rough seas, but helps against the attacks that would come in against Gutter. Although she's not friendly guild model, so it doesn't actually help.
Doesn't do anything. I'm assuming it's a setup.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a judge called over to gauge line of sight, I reckon. There's a lot of models intervening there. No one's knocked down.
I think it depends on the line that's taken. All he has to do is go slightly diagonally towards what I would say is the right. It's hard to describe it, but
yeah, towards the centre of the pitch.
Yeah. Just hook the angle a little bit, and that should be golden. So no. So Michael's saying, I'll charge tentacles because I can't charge your engage by Siren. Remember last turn when I couldn't disengage? That applies to both of us. Takes a point on both from Siren. Not that it'll do anything. I wouldn't even roll it. Oh, she has 2 damage on her playbook. Ha ha ha. Forget about how damagey Siren can be. So sprint, attack on tentacles. 4s and 1. Takes the momentous knockdown. Rough Seas for the bonus time onto Gutter. Hits it. Takes it. Goes down as a mistake for Dan to me. That first activation should have been Gutter.
Should have been Gutter.
Kill Gutter.
Kill Gutter, get that goal. Have the ball back on your own terms. 1 damage on tentacles. And legendary. He doesn't look in range to shoot, but he passes to Sakana, surely. Pass to Sakana is successful.
Snapshot. Snapshot.
Takes a snapshot.
Easy life.
Gets it. 8-4. Great activation from Michael.
Yep.
Poor play from Dan not to see the rough seas measured twice by Michael. Yeah, that was so telegraphed.
Yeah, I'm just not sure why you don't just take the 6. Like, it's what we were talking about earlier with should the activation where he went into score with Corsair Michael at the top of the second turn, was that?
Yeah.
Third turn? Are we turn 4 now? I think we're turn 4 now.
Yeah.
So he's at the top of 3, where I personally would have gone for that with either Siren or Sakana to keep the threat of the Corsair activation there.
Yeah.
Whereas Dan going with Corsair, like Dan doesn't have blind to worry about.
No.
So there's no reason to do it. You can get it done with.
Yeah, like Corsair's not going to die with 4 melee zones around him. It feels almost like muscle memory.
It does also bait that activation out of Corsair.
Yeah, I guess.
However, he can't, unless he sees 8 VPs on the table.
Yeah, well,
Dan can't score now.
No. This is the problem we get to where
because he dodged
now
Sakana back to be able to just hoof it out, go and get it. Legendary's up, center of the table. I've got a 10-inch kick.
Yeah, pass it to someone. You can go score again. And I think we see Sakana here just getting away from.
Just going to go and run into that bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah. But interesting, Gutter comes back on next turn. So you've got to be careful where you end up. Oh, Dan, what are you doing, pal? Don't go for a shot on goal.
Michael has no momentum, which maybe could feature in terms of the time he has.
Yeah.
So it's like you kick it out, you can't go and score straight away. You've got to come back and hit something. But I'm relatively certain Sakana is in range to have a shot on goal if he goes back. If the ball lands favourably and he goes and hits tentacles.
He's got a 10-inch kick.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he's in range. Goes and hits tentacles, takes a 1-inch dodge.
Yeah.
Probably puts him in range to shoot.
Michael, dark horse of the tournament. Looks like he's put himself in the place to go on into the final.
Yeah.
Dan needs to try and really claw his way back into this. And yeah, I agree with chat. the rough seas was so telegraphed. He measured where Corsair could get to.
That's the reason where I say that Dan must have had a plan to suck it up and just kind of get the Corsair activation out the way.
Yeah.
And then Corsair sits on the ball. I believe he's within 6, so he does have close control up for what it matters.
Yeah. No shot on goal taken. Just I'm going to sit here. He knows he has to play the long game now. He's put himself in a position where he needs to get 2 takeouts before he can score, and there's literally nothing else that he can do.
And the only takeout on the table with the position at the moment is Hag.
Yeah, Hag kill from Gutter. She has 9 health left. It's not beyond the realms of disbelief. Guys in chat asking how the other tables are getting on. Do not know. I'm just going to check into Longshanks, see if it's come through. Oh, we've had word that Jason Mountain won, so it will be a Union Fish final.
Nice.
So Jason's managed to take on one Fisherman player. Can he take on another to be the British champion and make his way into World Championships
Jason
at
Mountain,
Steamforged
so
US?
fame hungry. 3 appearances in 6 games. He's been on half of the stream games.
He's been on the stream as much as we have, pretty much.
What a scumbag.
Yeah.
Both times he's been playing Vet Rage, despite the fact he preaches the good word of Blackheart. So I wonder.
Now against Fisherman.
Yeah, you have to take Blackheart.
It was Blackheart.
Yeah. So 2 health left on Hag here. There was damage going on to Corsair, so there's a Scythe Blow in there. Yeah.
2 left on Hag.
Yeah.
2 damage to Mentus 1. It is 8-6. Off she goes.
Hits the Otter.
Yeah, might as well start work on whatever is there, really.
Well, I believe the Scythe Blow hit the Otter, so the Otter has only got like 2 health left as well.
Yeah, Mentus 1 to kill him.
Otter's gone as
Otter
well.
dies. 7-8.
The only thing I'm not 100% certain after that activation. So it looks like Corsair's got 10 health left for Dan. So yeah, took 1.
Michael saying, you've got me in such a tight spot right now because you are in control of the ball. You've still got kills on the table, potentially.
Just think
not this turn,
just doesn't rush.
No.
Don't rush it. Leave Sakana in snapshot range and just play to get initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Get the ball with Gutter. Kick it into space up the side of the pitch.
Yeah.
Don't kill anyone. So that
God's
you know
sake,
that side of the
pitch
pitch is safe.
Yeah.
Just take your time. Don't rush.
So stabbing tentacles here.
1 damage. Weak
point.
point
is active. Sakana there knocked over. Classic, I knocked your model over. I'll bring him closer to where Gutter comes back on.
Yeah. Probably learned that one from Steve.
Yeah,
seems like the sort of underhanded tactics that Steve would employ.
I think under tactics is a Steve thing. I think you can get away with that.
Get it, underhanded tactics, knocking models, with the under of your hand, Don't judge me, Giblin.
I judge you.
I was going to use that it's been a long day excuse, but it hasn't.
It hasn't been. Well, for me, it feels like it. I didn't get to bed until early. My own self-inflicted obsession.
That's on you, though.
Obsession with the game.
You get sympathy for that. It's like when someone moans about having a headache because they're hungover.
Yeah,
it's your own fault.
It's self-inflicted.
I do find the most interesting thing of this game so far is the part that you highlighted at the top of it, of Blind, you feeling like Blind was pretty pivotal, and I don't feel like it's been really taken advantage of anywhere near enough.
At all. At all.
When you've got a table full of players that have identical stats, having a model that can make it so those stats aren't identical to your models anymore is like the most basic way of thinking about that. Yeah. Is the model that you took that is the same as mine is now worse than mine, and not leveraging that seems crazy.
I mean, yes, it's a 2-inch melee, yes, it's got tag along, but Blind is so huge to...
Corsair turning around.
Hag there just setting up the...
When this is what I was talking about with the Sakana and Michael not getting carried away. Don't send Sakana in.
Yeah.
Because you've just given up those... Well, you're on the cusp of giving up those 2 VPs.
Yeah. Siren taking a parting blow, just getting away.
Michael
take
just
away
says,
these...
"No, I'm good.
Nah, I need my clock."
I'm not wasting my time with that. It's an irrelevant dice roll to the game.
You can say that, but if you got that 2 damage, Siren doesn't know that you've been healed. Go back in with your Siren, 2 damage on 2. Nah.
No. This is going to be decided in the middle of the pitch.
So, counter attack there.
Meant to Studge.
Studge.
Who's the counter attack from?
Don't know. I think.
Look like I'm trying to work out where the dice rolls.
Tentacles attacked with his 1 to get a point of momentum. Pushed him in. The counter attack came in, and he left. And he took a dodge.
So he took the poised dodge. Poised counter attack and dodged out. I was just trying to work out where the attack was coming from because I couldn't see any influence left on the pitch.
Yeah, and players agree that actually Sakana's now disengaged from those players. Doesn't quite look it to me, but if that's what they said and they've agreed.
Well, I think disengaged from Corsair. I'm not sure if it's all of them, but who knows? It's not really a big deal in the grand scheme of things because Corsair, assuming he gets initiative, Corsair turns around, hits him, knocks him down, pushes him in, and then he's in all of them. Did I just see some red-hot fake news?
Yeah, Beard Mini says, "I'll feel better if I drink less Diet Coke."
I agree. Diet Coke is awful.
It's delicious.
Sorry if I ruin the chances of the sponsorship.
It's delicious. So nice.
I sit in the camp of the good doctor.
What would you drink?
The good doctor. Dr. Pep. The Dr. Pepper. He's a doctor.
Has anyone seen those
How can you not trust him?
Huel adverts on Facebook? He got suckered in by them.
That's great. So easy and convenient, apart from I was too lazy to do it today. Because it's all like gloopy in the bottom of the cup from the one I had yesterday that I didn't have time to finish. Got home, passed out, couldn't be bothered to rinse it out, so there's now just a gloopy, horrible mess.
This is how this kind of stuff ends.
Yeah.
When you can't be bothered to clean the cup, you're like, well,
it's like when it takes 10 seconds to do it, but it also takes 10 seconds to clean the cup out, so that's 20 seconds. And someone else could make me a sandwich in that time.
I could buy a sandwich.
I could just buy a sandwich.
Oh dear. So,
influence goes out, 6 on Corsair, 4 on Sakana,
Dan
3 on other Sakana, 4 on Gutter. Don't understand why Gutter's coming on that side of the pitch.
It's denying that kill, isn't it?
Denying which kill?
Kill
you're going for here is Sakana. All Dan needs to do here. Who got initiative?
Dan.
So all he does is turns around, kills Sakana, or at least hopefully tries to kill Sakana.
Killing Sakana, you end up in the same position where you get rough seized again.
Right, and then, that's definitely in range.
Yeah. And all he has to do is walk forwards a little bit or sprint, rough seize, hoof it to that side of the pitch where none of Dan's players are, and then it's game.
Yeah.
You know, it might be 4 activations later, but it's still game. Siren, someone to think about on that side, but Sakana accepting that this will happen and going into the mouth of the beast.
He just drops the ball behind him, lets Gutter go and scoop it up.
Yeah, I mean
just drop the ball where it is.
That is a strong.
Gutter can just move over and pick that up later.
That is a very strong play because Corsair never got the ability that the loose ball, did he? No. So a little bit of insight into Corsair, which I always forget because I play tested him when he was in development. He had an ability. Rough Seize was originally target loose ball.
Yeah, it was a loose ball. It was a dead ball retrieval, similar to what there's an engineer that's got. is it Salvo got it?
Well, you've got
someone's got it. Not the webbing. There was one where it was literally just target a loose ball and you get it, and I can't remember who's got it.
Well, there's the blacksmiths who kill the ball by shooting it. There is Locust who can make a kick on a loose ball.
So that was drop the ball, Sakana go in, 1 damage weak point, so weak point. Momentous dodge.
And yeah, great call to drop the ball there. Kills the rough seas, enables gutter.
Yeah, I'm really not sure about why both players that he brought on came on up there.
No.
Well, all 3. Even if you put Salt down the other end.
Yeah, just a scoop. Seems like
Salt seems risky because that's a 1 VP that he needs.
You were right, it is Salvo with tetherball.
Yeah.
Chat confirmed.
Go me, I can read.
Is that the lesser dodge from Corsair? Oh no. It's
He's going to see if he can go and pick that up with Sakana.
Activation from Sakana to go and try and scoop that ball up.
But there's no one near to kick it to, really, unless he hoofs it off the pitch and prays to Gaben that works.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, I like the idea. Hag can't knock you down.
Because if that scatters over towards...
Well, you just like... You will win with the ball here. I will take a scatter in the middle to maybe win this game.
Something we can't understate here, which I haven't actually commented on until now, but while they're measuring something out, this is a good time filler. It's so handy when it's a mirror match and the bases of the models are different colours.
Oh yeah, like we got the brown and the
black.
blacks.
It's so handy, like because I know that the siren with influence on is Kumba's.
No, it's Dan's.
No, it's Kumba's.
Oh, it is Kumba's. You're right.
Because one of them has it, like it's not. They both have half and half of brown and black bases.
Are you sure? Well, so Sakana just leaving. Like you're not getting this kill.
Yeah.
I can't get that ball. You won't get this kill.
I mean, I'm not convinced by that because drag, whatever it's called
drag
now,
exists.
Can't really get away. But
So taking a parting blow from Hag. Hag here looking to do the vicious stab the knees as he runs past.
Yeah.
Surely, if you've got 2 influence left on him,
hits out in.
Oh, he dodged away from Corsair. You don't want to trigger the fear yet. Just throw your smoke cloud and get literally as far away as possible. It looks like he's considering it, though.
Does make an attack.
Does make the attack on Hag. I think it's right. I mean, running down towards Dan's goal is probably just as good as...
Yeah, takes the momentous double dodge.
But he is planning on going to that side of the pitch. Dodge into the cover. Get the extra 2 inches.
Then you don't need your smoke bomb. Has he seen it?
I think he's tunnel visioned onto his plan of, I'm going to run to this edge of the pitch.
There we go.
Cover.
He did spot it.
There you go, pal. You're welcome. Telegraphed. Mentally.
That is not what telegraph means. Telegraph.
I transmitted a message.
There you go, transmit.
I telegraphed it to him through our telegraph minds.
Yep. Your telegraph mind.
Yeah, we're linked like by a wire at all times.
Is that why he keeps winning? Does he need DQ'd?
Yeah.
DQ Kumba. Giblin giving him the red hot bird's eye view advice.
Yeah. So coming back minds. There, it was dodge into cover, sprint out into cover.
Yeah. And the other side of the cover, so he can't be dragged in because it's in the way.
Very, very nice. Or it has to be a very odd angle to get him.
Yeah. You have to probably spend to sprint.
So
to
the
get
guys
there or use
asking,
moving.
how do you get those metal GB coins? You have to beat a Steamforged staff member at an event. So as you can see, Michael Kumba has beaten a few staff members.
Yeah, Steve. Just Steve over and over again.
Yeah, he keeps beating Steve.
Awful. Just keeps beating Steve.
Yeah. Oh, just move the terrain
around. I've never had to give any away.
I've given one away. I think it was to Michael Coomber. One of those are mine.
Wow, you're awful.
He gunline engineered me off the table. It was.
Oh no.
It was. I was salty after that game.
Yeah.
Did not enjoy it.
See, within theory, I put myself down as one of the easiest people to play and get them. But yeah, I think since I've had them, I think I played 3 games and I won them all.
I think it was
because I believe there's a prestige behind it, so I don't give the sympathy ones out that some of the staff members get, where they're like, "Sure, you can have one anyway." No, they're for beating us. I didn't get beaten, so you're not having one.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was playing at the time. I think I was playing Farmers because I wanted to show how good Grange was, because it was during the Thresh Apocalypse.
Yes, I remember. I remember you saying about really like the motivation behind it was you thought Grange was really good and thought that it was almost like don't get me wrong, Thresher was better.
Yeah.
But it was the like self-fulfilling prophecy of everyone's overlooking this because everyone's saying how good this is, but I want to show you that this one's good too.
I'm pretty sure Michael was one of the only people to beat me at that tournament. Because Gunline Engineers was the wrong choice for Grange, but I was like, no, I'm sticking to it.
Sticking to my
I know
guns.
this is the wrong choice.
But
I'm sticking to my
guns.
pitchforks.
I wish I had guns to stick to.
Yeah. I was just throwing crop dusting at him. Get out of here.
I bet you
were. Taking any to WTC, all staff members will have, I think it's like 15 with them.
I think I've got 10.
Yeah.
12. I can't remember exactly how many I've got.
I've got one on my desk. Just sat there.
I've got 10 in my bag because I've never lost, so I've never given any away.
Keep them on you all the time.
That one up.
Yeah. And you also don't play, so.
As I said, since we got them, I played 3 games. And I guess it's because when the events happen that they tend to be more of a thing at, I'm busy, like SteamCon. I was just too busy doing other stuff to play games.
Too busy working. No time to play games.
Yep. And then when we do these ones, I'm exhausted after talking about Guild Ball all day to not necessarily want to then go and play it.
Yeah.
So not gonna lie, I haven't been paying a huge amount of attention as to what's going on here. It seems to be a lot of posturing and jostling.
Yeah.
There seems to be no obvious VP route here, so it's just jostling from everybody to set up.
Yeah, so what we saw from Michael was just to run away with Corsair as well. You know, he is just shutting down the options for down to get that 1 VP.
Yeah.
Ultimate strategy, can't lose if you don't play.
I'm always
Ronan.
I'm always one step ahead of the game.
Ronan's got all 15, did you know?
100% success rate.
Yeah, so's he. Undefeated, Ronan. If anyone ever wants to get a coin, challenge Ronan. During our, like, if we ever do like a challenge a staffer member event, just challenge Ronan.
I don't know, Ronan's watched enough streams at this point to be at least competent.
You'd expect. I don't think he actually watches. I think he just like listens for us for keen things like,
yeah.
Oh,
he's like, oh, they said something stupid, so probably look embarrassed. Let's put the camera onto them.
Thing is, I reckon we could be talking normally, we'd be like, all right, that's 10-4. And I'd be like, oh God.
And that is game over.
Yeah.
What? I'd also find it very funny for anybody that was like painting, and as I said that was like, what happened?
Oh my God. You want the challenge to be a challenge.
Yeah, I only accept people I deem worthy. Like 3-year-olds, chickens.
Oh, so we saw a successful drag from Corsair into Corsair. He is weak pointed. Gets knockdown.
So he takes the knockdown wrap, gets rid of Sturdy and knocks him down.
Yep. 2s now. Momentous 3 with a non-momentous 2. So this is where we start seeing these wraps that I was talking about.
3 damage in total. I believe the Corsair was on...
Momentous 3, non-momentous 2.
So I believe he's on 6 health?
No, he's been healed up by other friends. He's got 12 health by the looks of Michael's card. Momentous 3, momentous 2.
So another 4? No, another 3. Maths is hard.
Then back over to I got time on the clocks. 10 minutes for Dan and 11
10
for Michael. And Corsair did not heal himself, and Dan is lamenting that right now, saying, "What a fool." No one's died this turn, have they?
As far as I'm aware, that is the first meaningful thing that's happened.
So that ball is still Hag's for when she wants it. We still got Gutter with 4 influence for Dan as well.
And no one's like she's gonna go in and get Corsair, obviously.
Yeah. And there's no real way to reposition Corsair. Hag being.
Yeah.
Can Dan? So players here just asking.
Checking to see if they're happy that a chain grab can pull him through. So he walk into there and he's going to go basically fishing for the chain grab.
Pulls him into all of the melee zones.
And then I'm guessing going to take a push to sandwich in between Gutter and whoever that other model is. I think it's Siren, is it?
Yeah, Siren.
And then take the first activation with Corsair.
Yeah.
Walk in, you're stuck now.
Yeah. The chain grab does go through.
And then the wrap is nothing.
Yep. Dan here just looking for momentum to try and go first, get that kill, get the goal.
Yeah.
2's and nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wrap doesn't help.
It's just whether he wants the siding blows or not.
9 health left on Corsair.
Yeah.
Got the choice now of 2 Momentus down to 1 or start killing your team with Scythe and Blow. And he can't Scythe and Blow here.
No.
He has to just take the Momentous damage.
I don't think it really matters. There's no models dead.
Starting to bonus time as well.
No one can come over there. No one can come on because no one's going to die. As long as he doesn't kill Corsair here, which I believe is mathematically impossible.
Yeah.
Then he just needs initiative. Get initiative. No wandering. I'm going to kill Corsair with my Corsair.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go and pick up that ball and score, and there's nothing you can do about that because nothing can get over there.
7 health left. Takes Momentous 2 down to 1. 6 left on this Corsair.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce there just intervening, asking what the results taken were to check. Make sure everything is legit. There is Bryce with his smiley face eyes against Michael there. What was that about?
Didn't think about that.
He was out on stream.
Then that was a nudge,
Bryce?
nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah.
Get in touch with Michael with your telegraphed. You mean telepathic, by the way. But go with your telegraphed link.
No, we'll link by wire. It's telegraph.
Telegraph. Your telegram.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it works.
Your telegraph link and find out what the nudge, nudge, wink, wink was all about.
Right?
Rigged. So the plot card taker, I can't remember the name of it, but he basically gets to give singled out to Corsair.
Yeah.
Oh, it can't be Corsair.
It can't be squaddy model. Squaddy model.
Put singled out onto Gutter.
Yeah, that makes sense. Gutter's going to be the one who wants to swing into the melee, so have an option on her. So singled out onto Hag. I guess he's got one model to come back on there, actually, hasn't he? Is it Hag? We're going to see old ladies at dawn. Handbags.
Handbags. Hagbags.
Hagbags. Or Sakana is the other one hidden away at the bottom of the screen.
Yep.
So Dan just making safe moves or safe allocations. I like Dan's idea there. 6-point activation, but not likely. So that's 4 on Sakana, 6 on Corsair, 3 on Siren for Seduce and Lure shenanigans, 1 onto Hag for a Shadow-like walk, tapping goal.
Which you won't get, but you have to put it there.
To force the Sakana activation. Yeah. Michael accepting Corsair's death.
Turn 5. Is Corsair finally going to go down? Yeah, yes.
So, 1 armor, Momentous 3 and Momentous 2 down, so it's 4 damage. Sorry, 3 damage.
Left.
Corsair dead. It is 9-8.
Look at all that space in the middle of the pitch now.
Yeah, these players sort of sat around going, "Oh, what do we? What's the plan
So I'm pretty
now,
sure,
boss?"
after what I said earlier, Dan's gutter has a black rimmed base. It's the only model he's got that has a black rim.
Yeah.
Stand firm, I'm guessing.
Hag. Putting stand firm on Hag, surely.
Puts in Scano.
Oh yeah, well, also a good choice. 2 to use Rough Seas on himself and just twiddle his thumbs. Okay.
So he did measure to check to see if there was any chance of a
drag
on Sakana. There wasn't.
So Dan's saying if I miss a goal, I think the game's back open again. You've missed one, I can miss one. Don't concede yet.
I'm not sure, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I think even if he misses, I think the coverage that he's got means that it's not overly bothered. He's got another go at it. He's got the momentum.
I think Michael said there that you've got this game, and Dan being like, my hand, let's finish the game. I could miss. You're not out. Dice still exist.
Yeah, Michael's just too committed to the top side of the pitch at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree that when bringing back on those 3 players, Salt should have come back on.
At least one of them, if not 2. I get the concern with Salt, with where the kind of Corsair was at that point. Corsair's the one, Salt would be the 1 point that Dan's looking for, and that's a relatively easy point.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I would just hoof this off the pitch if I can get up there. If I could get up there with Sakana to get that ball, kick it off the back of the pitch, and just hope it scatters nicely.
An attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 because it says sprint, and an attack dodge. Gets singled out, but in cover. Gets double dodge, but isn't in range to snap the ball. Counter attack comes in, has to remain engaged because he wants another dodge. So he went
showing it for the stream.
Yeah. So it takes a 1-inch dodge.
Child's toy getting some time on stream.
So that was Dan reverting back to muscle memory and throwing it in his own dice tray. And Michael being like, you know what, it doesn't matter. A roll's a roll.
Pops cover up. Yeah, that was like the last chance saloon, was that counter-attack doing nothing. Being able to get onto the ball and kick it off the back of the pitch. And if that scatters pretty much anywhere towards the top side of the pitch...
I'm surprised that Dan's Corsair didn't use the legendary.
Used it last turn.
Dan's Corsair? Oh, he did, didn't he? So not much effect.
And we don't really know why, but he did.
So
go with
Dan wanted
Sakana.
to drop smoke, sprint, and get as close to goal as possible in case he misses.
I'd have gone for this with Hag. So Corsair, because Sakana's got more influence to cover if it misses.
Yeah. Here we go.
But it doesn't.
That's a goal. Game. That's game. 12-8 to Dan Harwood. Congratulations, Dan. Very well played. Very good fortune at the beginning to have that missed goal from Michael.
It was all Dan for the first 2 turns-ish.
Yeah.
Turn and a half.
Yeah, I mean,
Michael did really well.
Michael did fantastic in that game.
And then I think it was the main mistake was overcommitting to one side when bringing players that had died back onto the pitch, which just left a complete gap of coverage, which he tried to then cover with Sakana, and Sakana couldn't quite do it.
No, I mean, and also just I've got to feel so bad for Mike for the missed shot on goal in turn 1.
Yep.
It becomes a completely different game.
Yep.
But Dan had advantage early on with that missed shot and kept it for most of the game. That rough seas though was a bit poor, I think.
Yeah, it seemed maybe it was part of the master plan, but it did seem like you were just giving up the ball and a goal for nothing when you had the option of a 6VP activation from Gutter there.
Exactly.
And it may have been that Dan felt that he could afford to give that up because what he was intending to do gave him better table control assure that, yes, I'm going to take this one, but I'm not going to take another one afterwards.
Yeah, and
because it sets me
Corsair's
up better.
Activated. He's locked into his place.
Yeah,
it's an interesting one.
So that it may be that he kind of had the plan of you're going to score, and though it may seem silly that I'm not taking 6, I feel like I'm gaining
8
board control. But we don't know that. I mean, Jamie is apparently in Michael's head, so he knows exactly what Michael was thinking, but we don't know what Dan was thinking. But no, super enjoyable game. More enjoyable than I was expecting a Corsair versus Corsair game to go. I won't lie, towards turn 4, tail end of turn 4, it was just jostling. It kind of got a bit hard to talk about.
It was no rage. Let's be honest.
Oh, that's 7 turns.
So
thriller.
That means we've got Union versus Fish in the final in the next game. What do you expect to see? The super safe Rage versus Corsair? Blackheart Shark?
I want to see Blackheart Shark.
Blackheart Shark's what we want to see.
So we're going to see Corsair versus Rage.
Exactly, because that's the safe choice for the matchup.
Yeah, so that one will be a long one.
Actually, I don't think it is. I think you take Blackheart regardless, because you can't play Rage.
Just the additional 2-inch melees.
Yeah, but also if you pick Rage and they pick Shark, that's rough.
Seas.
That's not Corsair. Right, be sure to tune back in for the next video or watch the next one on YouTube, and we shall see you very soon. Hope you've enjoyed round 5 of the Guild Ball British Championships.